Hi there, this is David, and welcome to all the great RPGs being released in February of 2023. This is a continuation of my series where each month I go over all the games being released, and then I give you some information about them, and a little bit of my opinion too. Because I am here to arm with as much knowledge as humanly possible so that you can make some informed purchases. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started going over these games in release order. Number 1, 8-Bit Adventures 2. To be released January 31st for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Yeah, I know, this is actually coming out in January, so sue me. I just left it off last month's list accidentally, and it's close enough to February that I'm putting it in here. After all, the more quality games that y'all know about, the better off you'll be. As the direct sequel to 8-Bit Adventures 1, this continues the story of the three heroes, but adds in a whole new world to explore. New party members, new dungeons, new towns, new everything really. In fact, you don't need any prior knowledge of the previous game to enjoy this. This is a throwback to simpler times, taking massive inspiration straight from the first Final Fantasy, but with all the quality of life improvements that you've come to expect in 2023, this is a winner. If you're looking for a cute, fun, retro time, without all the drudgery and headaches that normally came along with it, this is a turn-based RPG to be lookout for. Number 2, Labyrinth of Galleria, The Moon Society, to be released February 14th for the PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC. Most of the time, I really do steer clear of these first-person dungeon-crawling JRPGs. They've just never really been my thing. I've always preferred the overhead style. But this kind of feels like Etrian Odyssey meets Disgaea, and they are made by the same developers after all. So I can actually get behind something with a robust class system, fun turn-based combat, and on-screen mapping like this. It's actually the sequel to Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk, which came out about 6 years ago or so. So, if this seems up your alley, be sure to give it a shot, and there's also a pretty sweet collector's edition too. Number 3, Tales of Symphonia Remastered, to be released February 17th for the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It makes me feel positively ancient whenever this game is old enough to be considered a classic. But this remaster is set to deliver all the nostalgia that I first got whenever I played the game whenever I was, 25 years old. Widely considered to be one of the best Tales games ever created, it certainly does live up to its reputation with the storyline about two worlds caught up in kind of yin and yang, and Lloyd's journey to regenerate both of those worlds and balance their mana. It is strange to me that Namco is deciding to remaster this game, especially after it was just remastered and bundled together with its sequel, rather than, translate the games that haven't already been translated yet in the mainline series, like Rebirth, Innocence, Tempest, and Destiny 2? But hey, at this point, I'm just some old man yelling at a cloud. Number 4, Wild Hearts, to be released February 17th for the PS5, Xbox, and PC. Dude, this looks pretty damn sweet. If you're a fan of Monster Hunter and you need some more time indiscriminately murdering innocent creatures, then Wild Hearts should scratch that itch. This is a surprising joint effort from the developers of Dynasty Warriors and EA, and it's set to be something of a spiritual successor to the Suikoden games, only with combat relying on the crafting of magical weapons, which are used to fight, as well as traverse the world with them, and you can set traps, react to attackers, and lift off the ground. It's an epic adventure set in the fantasy world inspired by feudal Japan, which really just kind of looks off the chain. Number 5, Like a Dragon, Ishin, to be released February 21st for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Western fans have been begging for an Ishin localization for almost 10 years now, and fortunately, the gods at Sega have answered our prayers. This isn't just a port, this is a full-on remake of the samurai-style Yakuza spin-off taking place in the Edo period of Japan. Familiar faces from the franchise will be appearing throughout the dramatic story, and the combat system's been given a modern overhaul. Rather than playing as a member of the underground Yakuza gang, you're actually playing as a samurai this time around, and the story is loosely based on the historical events of the period, while also taking a fair amount of liberties in their usual comedic style. Number 6. Digimon World Next Order, to be released February 23rd for the Switch and PC. Another day, another Digimon. While Digimon Cyber Sleuth was nothing short of amazing, Digimon Survive was a definite horror show, in all the worst ways. But World Next Order seems to be a return to form. Here, we have a traditional Digimon game with a world map to explore, a choice between a male or female protagonist, and over 200 Digimon to go out and collect. And for the first time in the series, 2 of those Digimon will be traveling alongside you. You'll be tasked with taking care of your Digimon, feeding, training, disciplining, and evolving them, as well as building up your own town by recruiting people to come and join you there. So, answer the question, will you be able to rebuild the Digimon world and stop the virus that's infecting them all? Number 7. Octopath Traveler 2, to be released February 24th for the Switch, PS4, and PS5. You know that I'm excited for something whenever I drop over $200 for the special collector's edition. I am stoked for this game. I am aware that many people didn't like the battle system of the first, and I understand that, because, yeah, it's on the slow side. But that battle system has been revamped, and there is no denying the quality of this traditional turn-based JRPG. The sequel looks to improve on its predecessor with more intricate storytelling and actual meaningful character interactions. Of all the games being released this month, this is easily my most anticipated title of them all. It looks absolutely breathtaking, and just as the first one set a new genre standard, I think with this sequel here, it is locked in and here to stay. Number 8. Void Terrarium 2, to be released February 28th for the Switch and PS4. While unfortunately this is only receiving Japanese audio with English text, it does have a pretty sweet collector's edition to make up for it. This is a roguelike set in a dystopian world contaminated with toxic fungi. All but one human has died out, and you play as the robot who's tasked with watching over her. Only now she's fallen ill, so you have to venture out into the world to find clues about the mysterious illness and ensure the survival of the world's last human. The retro look and feel is definitely quite charming, and it's always nice that you can decorate your very own terrarium, planting seeds and watching them grow in this Chocobo's Dungeon type game. I know that I don't play a lot of roguelikes myself, but whenever I do, I always have fun with them. Number 9. Redemption Reapers, to be released in February for the PS4, Switch, and PC. Here we have the only turn-based strategy game on our list, but there's some definite pedigree behind this one. Not only do we have the director of Fire Emblem himself leading the charge, but it's packed with a star-studded voice cast here too. From Trails of Cold Steel, to 13 Sentinels, and even Final Fantasy XV. They got the good guys to voice this one. This is definitely a darker take on the genre, following the Ash and Hawk Brigade, a contingent of mercenaries fighting their way across strategic 3D maps. Promising a mature, dark, gripping storyline of wartime struggles set in a dark fantasy backdrop, I dare say that we actually have a hidden gem on our hands here. So, that's it for all the JRPGs being released this February. Which titles are you most excited for and why? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video and want to do on the channel, please consider following me on Twitter, supporting me on Patreon for exclusive videos and early access to my content, heading on over to Twitch for some streaming fun, or coming on over to my Discord to chat and hang out. The links to them all can be found in the video description. This has been David, and if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.